Well, it's a very melancholy day, if you ask me. 1 minute it's raining, the next minute it's very hot, and then it's back to a cloudy day. So I don't know what to call it. But hey, if you are alive and you woke up, you're able to get from point A to point B, then you have every cause to be happy, because it's only a man who's alive that would complain about hunger. Welcome to Hard Facts. My name is Maryann Okon. This is a brand new week. And of course, this will be your most authentic news experience as we start off the week. Maybe not on such a great note, but as usual, there's a lot to talk about. So welcome to the big weekend. From now till the top of the hour, 4 o'clock, we're looking at the big stories that graced your TV screens, the newspaper pages, and of course, the ones that got you talking on social media that made it become trending stories, and the ones that made it to our news bulletins right here in the station. Welcome to the big weekend. My name is Maryann Okon. Don't forget, we're broadcasting live on the nation's #1 talk news and sports radio station from our audiovisual studios right here in Itamaya and Victoria Island, Lagos. Welcome to those who are watching us online. We're on Facebook and on YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. We're also on Skype. If you're listening from outside of the country and you want to contribute, yes, you can. And then, of course, on X, you can use the hashtag HardFacts as you respond to us on the big weekend stories. Welcome to the show. As we move away from the big weekend on the 4 o'clock hour, we'll be talking about something that happened in the courtyard of a member representing Abia State in the House of Representatives, between he and a Bolt driver. Yeah. That will be our story for Checkpoint today. And then, of course, on the last hour, we'll be looking at Mr. President's campaign promises. Has he fallen short, or has he been able to deliver on dividends of democracy or good governance to start with? My guest will be joining us on the 5 o'clock hour as we analyze Mr. President's promises, if they've been kept, if they will be kept, or if there's any hope. Once again, welcome to the show. These are the big stories from the weekend. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Get ready for the most important news of the day. It's time for the Big Three Stories on Hard Facts. Tune in to our primetime show for the latest updates and in-depth analysis on the top stories making headlines. From breaking news to in-depth investigations, we bring you the facts you need to know. Join us as we delve into the biggest stories shaping our world today. Tune in to the Big Three every weekday, 3 to 4 p.m. and stay informed with the news that matters the most. Hard Facts, where the truth always comes first.
All right, Lagos, let's take a look at the big stories for today, starting with the Punch newspaper. Hardship, 50% of private... Oh, no, this story is not mine. No. All right, yes, hardship, 50% of hospitals... I'm going to get back to that story. Disappeared right now. What's happening? Okay, still with the Punch newspaper. NLC slams IMF for fuel subsidy removal denial. I like to say it don't happen. Anyway, the Nigeria Labour Congress has criticized the International Monetary Fund for its denial of responsibility regarding the Nigerian government's recent removal of subsidy in petrol. Now, the Congress describes the denial as cynical, as emblematic of IMF and the World Bank's long-standing pattern of imposing harsh economic policies on developing nations. Now, in a statement by the NLC on Sunday, the national president, Joe Ajaero, criticized the IMF for presenting its harmful recommendations as growth strategies, which have led to the increased socioeconomic hardship and stagnation in Nigeria and other nations that have followed their misguided advice. And the IMF is saying it's not us. What? It's not us. It's your government. They implemented the strategies. We only suggested. But really, is the NLC misdirecting its bullets? Because should you be attacking the IMF, or should you be attacking your government if you think they're taking their advice and the advice has led us to where we are? Are you directing your anger to the wrong sets of people? And what really? I'm just asking. All right, let's look at other stories in the big weekend today. Okay. Let's talk about healthcare. I know Joyce talked extensively about this when she started her conversation today, but let's look at that hardship situation. 50% of private hospitals have shut down, says Doctors Guild president. No fewer than 50% of private hospitals have shut down, while existing ones are currently struggling to survive due to operational costs. The Guild of Medical Doctors raised this alarm that healthcare providers were grappling with increasing financial burdens, which was threatening the sustainability of many facilities across the country. And as Joyce was talking to her guests, you could hear, even for the medication, I'll tell you firsthand, my dad goes for a checkup every now and again, and today he's supposed to go check his teeth. On a normal day, he wouldn't spend more than 20,000 to, just do the whole process and x-ray and just see if there's anything. You don't want to know how much it is right now. It's costing me double the price and more to pay for some other things before the main process is done. So you can imagine a pensioner who needs to get his teeth or his gums checked, how much they would have to part with. And don't forget, they still have to eat. They still have to buy light. They have to buy fuel because there's no light. I've not had light 3 days. I've had blackouts for 3 days. Like if it's one. So, really, how are people supposed to survive? It's crazy. I heard the ladies who called saying, I think it was a lady who called saying the drugs she used to buy for her blood pressure has doubled. And, it's crazy. But hey, here we are again. Back to our problems. Still talking about the problems that we're facing in the country. In the Vanguard newspaper, blackout, businesses and others suffer setback nationwide. Yes, businesses and other activities have been grounded nationwide due to the prolonged power outages, leading to economic losses and suffering of citizens. Another news flash. All my things in my freezer are going bad because I've not had light for 3 straight days. You turn on the generator, you have to turn it off. So half of the day, there's no light. And your things. So the food that you manage to buy and save in the freezer goes bad because you don't have light. And then fuel is expensive. And the presidency has the effrontery to tell us that it's either you buy fuel for 1,000 something or you buy gas for 200 naira. And Maryann Okon is telling us the president understands our pain. Does he? Well, talking about the presidency and Maryann Okon, he says the presidency understands your pain. He feels it. He's not T-Pain. He feels your pain. I've got the video. Let me quickly just go to that video, play it for you, and then, of course, we'll go on a break. I don't know if we're going on a break because I'm seeing a countdown here. I think I need the tech guys in the studio right now because I don't know what's going on with art play out.
And you said the president is not aware about that social media.
The president is aware that the citizens are going through some difficulties.
But is he aware that some citizens on social media are calling him T-Pain?
The president does not read what is in the social media.
For you that to manage media for him,
he said a lot of things.
Did you give him feedback?
I've seen people using that. Some people have also responded and they called the president a different name. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a non-issue. Some people just out of mischief saying somebody is a T-Pain. It's not T-Pain. The president has never shied away from telling Nigerians that he feels their pain and is working very hard to make sure that he gives them some relief so that things will get better. This country will enjoy more prosperity. If you check what he has been doing, things are pointing to that direction.
That's the ever tweeting Maryann Okon speaking about Mr. President feeling your pain. And I've got so many questions today. I want to open up the phone lines in a bit so you can join the conversation. I've got 8 minutes before we go on our first break on the show. So let's really look at these things that the government is talking about. The presidency is saying they feel your pain. They're working hard to make sure that things are. What has the presidency done to show you, as a Nigerian, that they feel your pain? And on the NLC story between them and IMF, should they be blaming the IMF for the harsh economic policies in Nigeria? Is the IMF the presidency of this country? Also talking about the issue of power outage. How much more suffering can you and I take? The food that you suffer to buy goes bad because there's no light. I heard a lady calling this, I think on Joyce's show, to say for a month they've not had light. How are they surviving? And how will the sick survive? And not if... I mean, because healthcare is under threat. They're shutting down. The ones that are unable to survive are going down, and the ones that are surviving, you'd have to pay an arm and a foot to even get a little bit of the doctor's attention. Where do we go from here? The phone lines are open. It's a terrible note to start on a Monday, but hey, 0201 277 0993. Join the conversation. If you're a male, 0201 277 0993. If you are a lady, call 0201 465 7190. We're on WhatsApp 0809 5975 805. Facebook and YouTube were Nigeria Info FM. You can join the conversation via Skype. If you're listening from outside of the country, this Skype line is just for those who are listening to us in diaspora. Go ahead and join the conversation. Let's talk. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Malik speaking from Onuru.
Malik, go ahead, please.
Maryann, Bayo Ononduga is just a spokesperson. He's just saying what he's supposed to say. I am not sure they understand the pain of what people are going through. If they do, I am not sure 1/3 of the kind of the people there will not be a changes. Remember when the president said in his campaign that if the likely to increase fuel, he will bring it down in Yoruba dialect. He said, wherever the money is, he will bring our money to us. The reverse is the case. Let them bring the fuel high, he will take it higher. Wherever the money is, people will never see it. Is that not what we're suffering now? Anyway, President Tinubu, you are among those that fought for democracy. Now you got to your turn. You are taking the people for granted. Remember, you have children, and don't forget, history is there to remember you. Maryann Okon is not doing his job. He was against the president before he became part of the president.
Okay.
That time. Thank you very much, Maryann.
Thank you, Malik, for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. What's your name,
And
sir?
happy belated celebration to the general.
Thank you very much for calling.
You can see the voice of Bayo. You don't you sense the pressure in his voice? He's under pressure already. He's even the president. The president is not shy. He was even speaking. You hear the English he spoke in that place. The president is not shied away. Honestly, these are unnecessary talks. The president is becoming a T-pain as far as all of us out here is concerned because the pain is enormous. So, and I don't know how long the president will continue to appeal and beg. I don't know how long that he will continue to appeal and beg all of us out here because it's becoming too much. And I think he would rather go and resign if he doesn't know what he wants to do as a president. If he doesn't know what he wants to do, putting us as number one, as citizens of this country, I think he should honorably resign.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. I do appreciate it. Peter is calling us from Lagos. Hello, Peter.
Hello, thank you very much. I'm Peter Monse from Shomolu.
All right,
Maryann,
Peter, go ahead.
how I wish I see Adenuga one-on-one in a town hall meeting. Let me ask him live questions and ask him when he tells me
You mean Onanuga?
Onanuga, okay. I don't that is name, whatever it is. I want to ask him when he tells me that Tinubu is feeling our pain. Is he feeling or is hearing? What is he doing? He says he's working hard. I can see because he's working hard. The scarce foreign exchange, Tinubu will take it abroad to go and stay and enjoy himself. He says he's enjoying life in the UK. Still going to these colonial masters and then go and carry basket, go and collect money from them before they reach Nigeria. The money don't leak finish from the basket, and they are still putting us under this pen. He's not seeing us, so he's not hearing, he's just listening to the colonial masters and still taking advice from them and inflict this pain on us. Very unfortunately, I was of those on the street to fight for democracy. By extension,
okay,
I'm
Peter.
about, I was fighting for
thank you very much, Peter, for calling. 60 seconds is all you have. Remember that. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Good afternoon, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling
from?
Emmanuel
Lam speaking to you from Ekwe.
Go ahead.
I listened to Bayo Onanuga yesterday, and then you can't take it away, that he's just trying to do his job. saying that the president never read it. So I know the president knows that people are calling him sleeping, but it's obvious that the president never prepared, to come into governance. In terms of governing the country, you only had the plan, to answer the name former president of Nigeria one day. And yes, he has made this thing. And then for the drugs and everything boils on the exchange rate, the dollar. Keep saying it, that the moment we get out of that shackles, of this dollarization, and then we begin to work on our naira, the better for us. Thank you, and good afternoon.
Thank you very much for calling. And like I always say, just a reminder to Mr. President, because I will play this audio every single day until we have constant power supply in this country. Not this. More like by President was one time the president went to court. He promised this to know that I for the they know this the thing now. I remember the from because just 8 calls. Let me put it office. Okay, it's about it. Not home. Okay, let's do it.
And we okay. I can't.
Break big gas and I'm out.
Let's move gestation for 49.3. Let's talk. Wisely.
Full speech. Commerce and industry. They take for 4 a.m. and 30 a.m. Get charge people.
On Israel business Asia 2000 children life as for the style by November 7th will deactivate the war in the Middle East for the 4 p.m. Such areas don't miss on 5 p.m. November 7th p.m. 304.
Terra Oil, love the station for me, pure love. Yes, is nice.
So fast.
Going through jet for the part of you, the big weekend is that show into win about snow street like I don't the things giving is all we need. May not necessarily in hot for those new. Join us today. A black business is for except price to price from dozen shop sellers. Cost. Okay, really cheer to it. Now is me flash policy in Nigeria. I that see to have us be removals at the lemon and presidency I will not pay feel you as presidency on that is you feel your pain. So what you 7 me the man 703 if you're 45 and 9 that's my phone 9 on top 835 5 for your live fish you I question I like would hear me seasons have a great point we have to use the rule.
So I don't know
good.
Everything that is there also on the camera as well. I think our government I just keep fighting on program. Some of them are that
okay. Right. Right. 6 seconds have. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, that business is what I ram. Said get in the beginning of now. So you have to go then watch the English attitude. But I mean, price has that. I thought that there's a shop. Every shop has shut down. I'm seeing everybody is complaining.
I'll take you for time up. So welcome back. Go ahead. You can that shop up. So you cannot all print.
What are these? This is so I'm on the once we ask now.
Very much from you.
My play.
I feel that I'm guessing that the 6 cancel me this week, so of course, here's it. So it's in the field, though.
Yeah, not learning at all. He's enjoying himself.
Thank you, Napited. Hello, Jahat.
Hello, man.
Good.
Hi. I'm cool. I'm going. I have out there for his man. I was condemned me to use. I'm only using one. That's all that one. I used to buy 5 now. I'm trying to see that side of one is another. This how is work and what is another. We
Thank you for all that. I feel really that, to be through this, but I have nothing. Imagine. We have not of bad food yet. He said, if the knowledge is that's too good, he can eat 1 day's meal, 1 meal. That bad thing, I'm just saying, to put the whole of his kid, been blast of school there, okay, used to be beside. Now he like, just doing it to make me, I still can't. That bad is it. Does the president really feel up? Message, but you can realize quickly start call.
Yes, from Canada. How are you, Mary?
I do, yes, sir.
I just want to fact during the elections, this is what you get. It's not being a by not Nigeria. This issue. There's many people back there. And but we have six. Even in the bank pay dividends, I use like God, like that. Notice that 13 he's using he was using economy class.
Marshall, flying
come here. But I tell you that I think. Why all that me? What is
Thanks for going. I appreciate it. I want to message WhatsApp quick because actually I want to message there. You can drop us our WhatsApp. Sorry guys, I'll distract everything. Let me read the message quickly. Alright, come let's Japan and it's his full test. He was told now Japan is saying Maryann Okon. It was like it's crazy. The Africa lead is still Western world. Let's speak my neighbor kid and what called and this really. I said take a jar. This off away. 24 hours. They are fine. So sometimes home work. Someone for people meditate or showing them that place, you should be able to table action things to hear him say, I wish more times. Yes, that about president. Let's ask the government nation is calling to the capture aircraft from la. Thank you. John Johnny says serious is glaring but his political parties. Some president from doing no, they should not play with vote massive okay, please. I'm saying that like saying that everything that for that's okay, make that and have this particular and have not now not okay from all job. I remember this Maryann. How can they say this? Does he and the family buy anything from their money? Are they buying fuel, electricity, medical bills, or food? Can demons feel pains of what humans are passing through? Yomi in Maryann Okon sent that message. This one says, why can't the president once sit down with a radio station like yours for 3 hours and answer questions? Which president has sat with any media for 3 hours and answer questions? Are you joking? Please, I don't want to laugh. He says, we need to know if he knows what he's doing. He keeps hiding from the press and the people. Is he an emperor? This is Manny from Houston. I think the only interview that was, looked like answering questions from the past administration, Buhari, was the one Mark Bay and Shehu did. And it was basically what he wanted. I mean, I don't know what that was. I really don't have an idea what that was. But hey, here we are again at a crossroad, not knowing what how to deal with the situation that we're going through. It looks like an impasse of sorts. Hello, welcome to Hard Facts.
Hello, Maryann.
Good afternoon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Bolaji. I'm calling from Ijuko.
Go ahead.
Okay. You see, Mr. Bayo, I think the man was broke before he took over the job because he must work for his money, for his pocket to swell up, for his account details to be up. Can he come and live in Ijoko? Because I have many cars that I cannot even take out, not to talk of fuel, because the road has been bad for 14 years. So on him telling me that the president feels our pain, the president that feels my pain, he took away our happiness the very first day he took over. President that feels our pain, he floated the naira without the professional conversation. He jacked up fuel. He jacked up cooking gas. He took away what unites us, which is food, and replaced it with hunger.
Okay.
From Kano to Rivers, from Maduguri to Lagos.
Thank you very much for calling. Your 60 seconds is over. Thank you very much for calling. I do understand the hunger part. Like I'm saying, I'm pained right now because it takes a lot of money to buy food these days, and then you buy the food and you put it in your freezer, and then TCN decides that you don't have light for 3 straight days, and so your food goes bad. Who's going to pay for it? I know. All right, let me keep reading some more messages. I want to quickly go to Facebook Live also to read your messages. If you are joining us live on YouTube, please, I'd like for you to post your comments also, because I want you to be part of the conversation. What are your comments on the big stories for today? I'd like to hear from you. Let me go to Facebook quickly and read some messages. Ibilade here says, yacht, brand new SUV, private jet, state-of-the-art bulletproof SUV. A man that says if it is his turn to enjoy the luxurious life of a president cannot feel our pain, he says. Daya says, there's a saying, prior preparation prevents poor performance. It is glaring that this government has nothing to offer but lies, excuses, eye service, hypocrisy. Imagine the president and the VP saying they understand the hardship and nightmare they put Nigerians into. Like Dele Farotimi said, you cannot bribe your way into power and expect development. All sectors have been compromised. I challenge you, journalists, to invite the president to an interview concerning his 1 year plus governance, its performance and policies. Bayo Onanuga won't allow it because he will be embarrassed and disgraced because he has nothing to say. It's a shame. The worst of us are ruling the best of us. I've got 7 minutes on the clock. I'd like to hear your thoughts and comments. I'm going back to WhatsApp to read some more messages. This one says, Bayo Onanuga is a town crier and has been programmed to say whatever he's saying. He's T-Pain, nothing more. Is it Bayo you're talking about now, or the president? This one says, we are going to be very insensitive. The North voted for T-Pain and... Gideon, I don't understand what you mean by being insensitive, because I was addressing someone who was saying the whole North. Can you tell us the whole percentage of people who voted for the APC, the PDP, and Labour Party? If you don't have those statistics, you can't just say the North. Okay? I have to take a quick break. Stay with us.
You love conversations.
Where else can you get it? Then, the station best in talk.
That's why education is the main thing. Once you kill education, you can control the people.
Africans just like to blame.
It's our constitution ban military from intervention in the government.
Yeah, if you want to destroy any country, kill the education. It's as simple as that.
Former terrorists who are undergoing rehabilitation are now saying that the government's promise to pay them $30,000 has failed, and for that reason, they are on the streets protesting.
Possession doesn't win you matches round.
No, but if they can't hold on to the ball, they cannot score.
Another thing again is our officiating, especially in the league. Why is it that Nigerian referees are not selected for CAF tournaments or CAF matches?
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Let's talk. Welcome back to Hard Facts. This is Hard Facts.
Apologies for that break. We're trying to fix some things here in the studio, but I'm going to keep reading some of your messages as they come in. This one says, Bayo Onanuga was... Okay, you guys are being a little insensitive right now, okay? And I'm not going to read those messages. This one says, I just feel the boys on the street that still can afford weed and other hard drugs stop seeing money to buy and sell those drugs. Maybe then hunger will end. And for Bayo, Mr. President's boy, he is only doing his job. I don't listen to him because of my mental health. The hunger is massive. What a sad generation where people take drugs to remain happy. And he says, Tinubu Abegna. This one says, I was a kid in 1984 when IMF advised on SAP. So nothing will change since our leaders take loans that can't be repaid, yet kickbacks flow like water. NLC is not part of us. Not on only hospitals are choosing to close. Do you notice how empty roads are? Yes, I do notice. Like there's nobody on the road anymore. Tinubu is not feeling any pain. He's not reducing the cost of governance, but increasing it. Fuel is like 1,200 per litre. Minimum wage can't fuel a generator for a month. And that's facts. This one says, it's very unfortunate that we all entered this vehicle named One Chance, driven by Tinubu, and the worst culprit is no other person than Bayo Nanuga, who has been deceiving the Nigerian people with his falsehood via propaganda. It's a huge shame. Boyerson from Afro Media. Larry here says, it's as if the T-Pain is dishing out to us is not enough. We learned his son is one of the ones jostling for position of governor in Lagos State come 2027. Really? Okay. You guys hear lots of things. Godwin from Ogun State says, Bayo Nanuga replicating Lai Mohammed's antics and propaganda, and Nigerians are only complaining. We're in for it, both supporters and non-supporters. Okay, Godwin. This one says, the worst part of it is that they will not compensate you for their inefficiencies that has led to the spoiled food in your freezer. In the U.S., during this last hurricane that ravaged Florida, there was no electricity supply for 6 days, and my sister who lives in Miami was compensated for every food in her freezer. What a nation. They've not finished paying you your minimum wage. I beg. Can you be coming down? Yeah, in Miami? Please stop it. Kaole here says, my grandpa told me that back then how strong they fought against military government. But now we can only make mouths on radio and hide behind our phones. We never see anything. When T-Pain is done with us, we go see stone and call it food. Kalawole. Wow. This one, Robert says, Maryann, please don't defend the president unless you are not feeling the heat. Okay. All right. So Pierre Joseph here says, Bayo Nanuga says the economy is growing. May this his definition of growth always happen to him in all of his endeavors. There's no need to pray prayer now. Is it that bad? What's going on? Anyway, let's go back to my president.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity. And you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise made will be a promise kept. If I can't keep the promise and I come back for second term, don't vote for me. That's the truth. Unless I give you adequate reasons why I couldn't deliver.
Well, if you have adequate reasons, then maybe you might have the opportunity to vote the president out. In the meantime, Bayo Nanuga has said the president does feel your pain and he's doing everything in his power to make sure that you all have a better life. And on that note, I'm going to have to go on a break, Lagos. When we come back, of course, the news comes up at the top of the hour. But first things first, let me play Bayo Nanuga's audio for you, okay?
The president is not aware about that social media.
The president is aware that the citizens are going through some difficulties.
Is he aware that some citizens on social media are calling him T-Pain?
The president does not read what is in the social media.
For you that to manage media for him,
he said are you telling him, did you give him feedback? I've seen people using that. Some people have also responded and they called the president a different name. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a non-issue. Some people just out of mischief saying somebody is a T-Pain. It's not T-Pain. The president has never shied away from telling Nigerians that he feels their pain and is working very hard to make sure that he gives them some relief so that things will get better. This country will enjoy more prosperity. If you check what he has been doing, things are pointing to that direction.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
That special secret that awakens taste buds. Mouth-watering wonder with awesome aroma. Terra seasoning cubes.
Terra seasoning cube turns your meals into a masterpiece.
Unwrap joy, unleash taste. Hey, come cook with Terra cubes. Come cook with Terra.
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.